So Jake, how's it going for you today, buddy?
It's going pretty good, Sam, on our last day of vacation.
We are currently in Gulf Shores, Alabama, or technically Orange Beach, Alabama, of course, in the United States. At the time of recording this, and it's really just a beautiful day. Beautiful blue sky, clouds everywhere. Really pretty nice waves today as well.
Yeah, the waves were pretty good. I mean, for Gulf Shores.
For Gulf Shores, what would be better than this heaven on earth?
Well, if you must know, Hawaii is the best place on planet Earth, and if you haven't been there, if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you're missing out.
I've never been to Hawaii yet. How many times have you gone there?
I've been there 3 times.
3 times already?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. See, this is like my second time being at a beach. I guess I went to North Carolina once again in the United States back a few years ago when I was younger. But yeah, I mean, I really haven't been to a beach other than we've gone here 2 years in a row now, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we went last year, and then the West Coast is my favorite, but it's so fun down here still. What's been good is that the waves have been pretty good when we've been here the last 2 times. I mean, it can be really calm down here.
Yeah, the waves have been extremely nice. I'm completely satisfied.
Yeah.
Now it's no Hawaii as I've heard, but it is nice.
Yeah.
Know what else is fun?
Jailbreaks.
When you're on vacation.
When you're on vacation.
With a mobile setup. So I didn't bring my mic this year. I didn't buy like a rather expensive travel mic either.
Yeah. Sam was not prepared this time.
And I was more prepared last year when nothing came out whatsoever. So I wake up in the morning. It's about 10 a.m. here, which is the same time zone that I live in, Central in the U.S. And I wake up and I'm like, oh, a jailbreak came out. Well, sweet. I've been waiting for this. I thought that the team would have waited for iOS 8.4. I'm like, wow, the Pangu team, what? The Taiji team released this.
Yeah.
So the Taiji team, after having an interview with a website, iDigitalTimes.com, just 2 weeks ago, they said, "Do you have any plans to jailbreak iOS 8.3 and or iOS 8.4 in the future?" And the team goes,
Right.
"No, we're just gonna look to the future and set our sights for iOS 9."
Right.
And you didn't hear anything else about it. And there was another development that day saying that hours later, same website, gained some information that the Pangu team had actually demoed a working iOS 8.3 jailbreak at one of their conferences.
Yeah, one of the cons or something.
They co-hosted this conference in China. I think it was in Beijing or Shanghai, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
And they hosted that, and apparently they demoed an iOS 8.3 jailbreak, which was so shocking because you hadn't heard anything for months about the possible status of a jailbreak.
Right.
Out of the blue, in a few hours, you hear Taiji's not doing anything till iOS 9. Pangu is doing something for iOS 8.3 and iOS 8.4.
Yeah.
So this was super exciting, and I think you were still asleep when I told you. You were like, wait,
well,
what?
I just heard, I woke up to Sam going, "Oh, there's a jailbreak out."
But I meant that as happily as I possibly could.
But at the same time, his whole day was going to be devoted to that, and then there was tons of technical problems, including you had to download iTunes
12.0.1.26. Very, very specific version of iTunes.
Which I'm going to have to blame Taiji for. They worked on that version of iTunes because they're too lazy to update, maybe. I don't know if that's it, but
it's
and then maybe there's some exploit through that, and then they also got stuck at 20%, and you had to turn your phone on and off, and Sam had problems with that, and then Apple decides to release iOS beta 8.4.
iOS 9 beta 2.
iOS 9 beta 2.
So So this is still before 12 p.m., which in my time zone is 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time when Apple releases all their updates, all their betas, stuff like that. So then at 12 p.m. I see iOS 9 beta 2 released to developers. So a jailbreak alone. There's a nice helicopter going by us. Mm-hmm. You guys can't hear already.
Yeah.
So if that was not alone enough, a jailbreak coming out, which is 2 or 3 days, sets me behind 2 or 3 days by itself, then iOS 9 beta 2 came out. And this is all on a day when I'm on vacation, not in my normal setup, and everybody's like, "Oh, Sam, we're going to go here and there today. We're going to the beach today." So I had to stay off the beach for an additional...
We went... and then on Monday,
the day before.
Sam was freaking out because we were going to somewhere. What was it again? I
went to like Pensacola, Florida, I think.
We went to see.
We went to an island somewhere.
Oh yes, we went to some island and it was cool, and we saw this beach naval wildlife
exhibit,
like little museum place. But Sam brought like all his equipment because he was worried that a beta would come out that day, and also other people were wondering about it too, and then they just didn't release it.
I got a fun little comment.
Yeah.
On one of my videos. So, as you guys know, I used an awful mic for my first 2 videos that day of how to fix a 20% and how to actually jailbreak iOS 8.3 untethered. And then later that day, I was like, you know what? I feel like people still want to know what's new in the iOS 9 beta. Because that's kind of, I mean, I love updates. That's what I do on my channel. So I covered that, and somebody left a comment because I had just put text on the screen. It was late at night. I couldn't record. I was exhausted.
People were going to bed, and then Sam was exhausted. His voice would have been bad in it, so he just decided to put text on the screen.
So displaying the changes. Luckily, there was nothing groundbreaking, so it was fairly easy to explain. Oh, in iOS 9 Beta 2, there was a new podcast icon, and just have some footage of that. And of course, the video wasn't that good either because I was using the yellow classic, not the very warm colored lights in the room, so it didn't look very good there. But I started that, and I put text on the screen, and someone commented. I really want to find the comment because it was absolutely hilarious.
Why you?
It was like, why you? Maybe can I search that in mailbox?
I totally forgot what it was, but yeah. So also a watch beta came out too, on the day that the jailbreak came out. Also,
and a new El Capitan beta. Like they went all out.
They went all out just because the jailbreak came out.
It was ridiculous. They just went crazy with it. I'm trying to find the comment right here. So I had posted this video. It was very late at night. I did the best that I could. I could have just said, nope, not going to do it. But I was like, you know what? I think I want to do it just because. So the guy commented, I don't see shit because of your typo. Just talk or don't make videos.
I guess he was talking about the stuff in the background of the video. And then also, guys, I was moving the cursor around.
Yeah, Jake was the one. If you saw the cursor going crazy, which I saw a couple people notice.
I thought it was funny.
That was him. That's pretty good. So shout out to Hans Gluck for being my shining star of the future.
Yeah.
Love you, buddy.
Also, we forgot to talk about this at the beginning. High five, Sam. This is number 20.
20 podcasts. Not
actually
really consecutively.
25, but the 20 PhonePod.
We're not going to talk about our previous podcast.
The jailbreak jab.
Can't say that word, Jake.
We can't.
So this iOS 8.3 jailbreak, Jake, have you jailbroken any of your devices to 8.3 yet?
So I wanted to wait because also this, if you saw the tweets, the Wi-Fi here is like less than
1 megabyte.
A megabyte of speed
up and down.
Up and down. So it is rough, and we can't just use all the data on our phones. So I'm going to wait until Sunday when I get back because I did not want to, because I originally downloaded, because I brought my little notebook that I don't usually use anymore because I have a desktop anymore. Wait, did you say netbook?
Yeah, you said notebook.
It's not a netbook.
It's not a netbook?
Netbooks are dead. Netbooks are smaller and even worse than that.
I thought isn't yours like 11.7 inches?
Yeah, but a notebook it's actually classified as a Vivo book, but it is a notebook.
Oh, okay.
It's because it's still powerful. It has an i3. It's not running like, it doesn't have an Atom, and it's not running the Windows. Remember Windows 7 startup, guys? That would run on the netbooks. It wasn't even full Windows. It was
Windows 7 Starter.
Yeah, yep. Starter. That's what it was. Yeah, that was an odd thing to have.
Microsoft's a great company.
That died so fast, those netbooks, and once the MacBook Air came out and everybody started making stuff like that. Yep. But anyways, I'm going to wait. I was going to wait till I got back to do it because you still have to download that weird version of iTunes.
I
correct?
actually think in the recent version that got released last night, you don't have to download that obscure
Okay.
version. It said an update for latest iTunes, I believe. I did a post on my website that I
Right.
can link down below.
So
So hopefully that's fixed.
I'll look at that. I'm definitely gonna do it, guys, because 8.4 is supposed to come out on Monday. You said, right?
Well, June 9th or June 30th. So how many days? Of course, my watch is covering up the date. That will be in 4 days. So that will be Saturday, Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay,
wait,
so
that's
I
coming
have
out,
plenty
okay.
of time. Because we're going back on Saturday.
Yeah,
So,
till tomorrow.
but yeah, I'm definitely going to jailbreak to 8.3. I have it running on my iPad. It made my iPad faster. I know 8.4 is supposed to be better too, right?
8.4's got the new music app.
Which I really like.
I'm actually really interested to read the release notes. Oh, obviously it fixes the effective power bug. I don't know if we talked about that.
yeah,
but
yeah.
8.4 and iOS 9, that's fixed, and we talked about that.
We talked about the effective power button
last
on the last
podcast,
one.
or maybe 2 podcasts ago.
Probably
Maybe
was.
PhonePod 18.
But I'm glad that the jailbreak came out. I kind of would have just wanted them to. We were saying earlier that Taiji decided not to wait because Pangu said they were going to release one, and that's why it probably had some problems with it. I just would have rather them wait for 8.4, but it's too late. Apple can't patch the exploits now, so we'll just have to wait a little bit after 8.4 comes out, and maybe we might even still see the jailbreak from Pangu.
See, I'm worried about 8.4 because
Apple can't patch it that fast.
I'm scared that they've been like they know these security holes exist, but that they haven't used them yet because they've heard in the back channels probably talk about a jailbreak. So obviously they know the second that a jailbreak comes out that
Well, I think that even though there has been more underground talk, that it's not as public as it used to be, these exploits and stuff like that, other than Apple finding it themselves and just waiting to see if they use them and then patch them, which would be a mean thing to do, a mean move. But
they would. I would be upset if Apple just was like, oh, all exploits patched.
Yeah.
But I mean, apparently the Pangu team has an 8.3 jail. I mean, as of right now, the information that we know, if you have an 8.3 jailbreak, I believe with Taiji you can even jailbreak iOS 8.4 Beta 4 right now, which is the latest.
Okay, good.
I guess public or private version of iOS 8.4, but you can hypothetically jailbreak iOS 8.4 right now. Obviously, I don't think it's a great idea to jailbreak a beta just because obviously it's not perfect yet.
Yeah.
But you could if you wanted to, I guess. I'm on stock 8.3 right now. Of course, jailbroken, which I used in the video. Or to show off in the video.
But yeah, since I don't really, I don't use my music on my phone, so I will be upgrading my iPad, of course, to 8.4. But I'll probably get the 8.3 jailbreak to play it safe, and then see if an 8.4 jailbreak comes out.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. If you guys are wanting to jailbreak, I'll leave a tutorial or where you can do it down below. But just in case, if you have been waiting for a jailbreak and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to hold off to 8.4 so I won't have to restore twice, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Apple could pull some crazy fix out of their sleeve that'll just block one thing that 8.4.1 could be released and then you can't jailbreak at all. So just to be safe, the jailbreak is fine now. Substrate is updated. You can install tweaks. You can use a normal version of iTunes. The freezing issues have been fixed. Basically, yeah, it's at the point where
it's a mainstream jailbreak right now.
Yeah, it's where everybody should join in on the bandwagon now. But it was
which is what I'm gonna do.
It was pretty rough at the start. There were those freezing issues. I was trying to do all this on Wi-Fi.
Hotel Wi-Fi.
I was using my dad's iPhone hotspot most of the time because he has data through his work somehow, but it was a little crazy that day. Then iOS 9 Beta 2, and then traveling, and then the beach, and it was an interesting day.
Yeah.
But I am extremely excited, as I know you are, Jake, that an iOS 8.3 jailbreak finally came out. The last time we actually saw a public jailbreak for a non-beta version of iOS, because the Taiji did like something where they jailbroke iOS 8.2 Beta 1 and 2, but it didn't even have the Apple Watch app installed, so it really didn't make a lot of sense to be on that firmware.
Oh.
And it was still early in the beta process.
Right.
But it's nice that it's finally here because that 8.1.1 jailbreak from the Taiji team when we first saw them in the first place came out all the way back in November. So I mean, it's been
Wow.
8 months, over half a year since we saw a new jailbreak
Has
released.
Pangu posted a main one before after that or no?
No, Pangu is not. They really haven't been that active. The last jailbreak they posted was for iOS 8.1,
Okay.
and that was the first iOS 8 jailbreak.
Right.
Which I think, aren't you still on 8.1 on your phone?
I am still on the Pangu jailbreak on my iPhone.
Yeah, you're on.
I'm still rocking 8.1.
Well, you were looking for your phone, but we're using our iPhones.
We're using
to
our
record
iPhones
this.
to record
We've got
this.
a pretty interesting setup. We have a beach towel.
A beach towel
wrapped around
the phone so the wind doesn't hit it.
So we're gonna have to see how this turns out.
Yeah.
Tweet at me at iUpdateOS or at Agent Revelation on Twitter what you guys thought of this interesting setup. But we wanted to do a podcast. We meant to do one last year when we were in Alabama, but we didn't.
Yeah, but we ran out of time.
We forgot.
Yeah.
We're heading back to where we live,
Our
our hometown, homegrown
pretty soon.
hometown of the Midwest tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think I have voice cracks anymore. That's a topic for a completely
That's a topic
different
for another day.
That's a completely different topic.
But yeah, we another thing, and it's been a little bit dry in tech, except for Computex, which is only like hardcore hardware, like PC stuff. Tech's been a little bit dry right now, but what has been going on a lot is games.
There's
right
been a
now.
lot of gaming news, especially with E3.
Yeah, and I know this podcast isn't about this, but we can't go without saying that E3 just happened a week ago.
What day was it? Was it June 12th?
15th,
June 15th?
16th, 17th. I think 15th was
Like the
Microsoft's
first day.
conference,
Yeah.
or 14th. But I did watch Microsoft. Sam and I both watched Microsoft and Sony's. I watched a couple minutes of the Bethesda and PC one. So the PC gaming show was extremely boring. It looked really cool, and it was a good start, but man, it was boring. Like it was almost just like a press conference, only like select. It wasn't like a huge thing. It was kind of weird. It was, also hosted by AMD, but they showed off some of their cards and stuff.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, I think we've brought this up on the show before, but if you know what WWDC is, where Apple announces all the new software, iOS 9, the next version of OS 10 for the desktop, and new iTunes, everything like that. Basically, E3 is that only for gaming. E3
Right.
previews a bunch of different video games for the Xbox, for the PlayStation, for PC as well, was a pretty big deal this year.
Yeah.
And there was some VR news, like Oculus partnered with Microsoft.
There's several, like Oculus and Valve's VR is both partnering with Microsoft, which is weird. Also, the Microsoft HoloLens had the best tech show off there was they showed it on stage, like a 3D version of Minecraft, like sitting on a table, and like he could like look at the world like from above. It was really cool.
Yeah, that was a great demo.
Yeah, it definitely made me more interested in HoloLens, but yeah, E3 is an event for big game developers and big hardware developers. There was Sony, Microsoft, EA. Wow.
So if you guys can hear us right now, two huge search and rescue
helicopters just flew
over.
over.
That was just a little bit loud.
Sure, you heard that. Anyway,
how could you miss it?
There was EA, Ubisoft, Bethesda, but I just wanted to say, what was your favorite, Sam?
I like Sony's
favorite
conference
thing
a lot.
No, not the. So Sam and I have a long running debate about Sony and Microsoft, but
Favorite.
what was
demo?
your favorite game demo and game that you saw there? Not the conference. I did admit to Sam that Sony's conference was more exciting than Microsoft's
Sony PlayStation
for specific
4?
reasons.
I liked Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
At the end, except when except when the controller died at the beginning.
That was funny.
So they were showing this game demo, and the person was supposed to start moving. So the other buddy that you were with was
the
like,
other buddy
come
just
on,
ran off.
He was running. And they're like, come on, let's go over here.
And
they're
he
like,
just left, and he was just
just standing there.
What's the main character's name?
Nathan Drake.
Nathan just sat there, like looking at the crowd.
Yeah, they just stood there.
Yeah.
So then the screen faded to black, and it started up again with the exact same title animation. I'm like,
I guess they're starting again. I guess they're trying again.
So I assume they switched up to a backup console, and then it worked perfectly fine. But it's a very exciting game.
Apparently, what I heard is that they switched from a live demo to a video one. Now, some people get really crazy about that, like, oh god.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I understand there's technical problems. Just show me the video so nothing gets messed up. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I know I trust you. All right, just show me what
show me what the game's gonna be
in a cool fashion.
But
what was your favorite new thing you saw there?
New thing?
I think we both agreed that Recore looked pretty interesting.
Yeah, that was an interesting game. What was that even about?
I think the concept that I got, it was a teaser, guys, so there wasn't that much, but what I got was that you use this orb thing as your friend, and when you put it in different monsters, it takes control of them and fights for you.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool demo.
Yeah. It was more just a CGI trailer. What was funny is that our friend, he goes, when he first saw it, he was like, Destiny 2? Because of the footsteps kind of looked like a Guardian's like boots or something.
Blowing, yeah.
But yeah, I think that was the favorite new thing that I saw there, new IP. But obviously, I'm a big Halo fan, so I was happy that with everything that they showed at Halo 5, I think it could have been a little bit longer, and the trailer could have been not the gameplay. The gameplay was long enough because I really don't want that game spoiled for me. But they should have had like a better trailer before it because it was kind of confusing.
Yeah, the Halo 5, I'm not a huge Halo guy, but I mean, the Halo 5 game demo did not really make me want to get Halo any more than what I already knew about it. It seemed kind of bland.
Problem was that Microsoft was trying to fit in. They fit in too much, so they like showed barely anything of each game.
Yeah, they did a lot. E3 compared to WWDC is just so like jumpy. It's not like we're spending 20 minutes on this game, 30 minutes on that, and 5 minutes on this.
That's because WWDC, it's Apple. It's Apple's conference. It's all about Apple. This is Microsoft conference showing off 100 different games.
This is with 25 different Apples presented.
Was this E3 better than last year's? I don't think so. I thought last year's E3 was my favorite. Yeah.
It was okay. It was
alright. It was better than 2 years ago.
Yeah, I really didn't pay a whole lot of attention to E3 until just recently.
I don't even remember 2 years ago, but
probably a year ago.
But yeah, that's all I went too far with that, but whatever.
So I think that'll about wrap up this week's episode, guys.
Yeah, I think
live from Orange Beach, Alabama, I think is where we are. I don't even know where we are. That's bad.
I wish it could be live, but it's not even possible on this hotel Wi-Fi.
It would sound like...
yeah.
Review. Subscribe. It would be extremely awful if we tried to live stream it. It would have been an awful experience.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the waves crashing against the shore and the people having fun below.
The ocean noir.
Yeah. Yes.
The aura of the ocean.
Noir.
Yeah. It was a beautiful day out today.
Yeah.
So thanks for sharing this, probably, 30 minutes with us, 30, 40 minutes. Couldn't be the longest episode because really not that much has happened
to talk
lately.
about in the world of tech, anyway.
Of course, this will pick up again as soon as the iPhone rumors start happening, but really, as far as the iPhone 6S goes, there really hasn't been that much yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I saw something on Twitter the other day even saying Apple's really cracked down on the leaks this year because we saw the iPhone 5C a couple of years ago,
oh yeah,
midsummer.
We've
those videos
had nothing
got millions.
about the 6S at all.
Except I think
and I'm currently planning to get a 6S Plus. So 6 Plus S. I don't know which way they'll do it.
That sounds so weird.
I know it does.
Just make it a
sounds
6
stupid.
and 6
Oh, I
big.
guess something to talk about to fit in really fast is Apple's shots
Campaign.
campaign. And Sam and I both find something weird about it is that if you're gonna try to show off a camera and make it look like it can do really good videos, why are you putting a white border around it? See,
it looks so weird.
I mean, I kind of get like the Apple like style they're going for, but just make it full. If it's more impressive if it's full screen, because then it's like, wait, that was shot on an iPhone? If there's a white box around it, that doesn't make me think, oh, well, yeah, it's obviously shot by some lower-end camera because there's a white border around it. That's what I think when I see it.
Yeah,
And I
don't know.
I guess the point of the campaign is to compare it to, to still keep it competitive with the LG's camera, all these, the new Android phones that came out, the Samsung phone, like, to show that, hey, our camera's still good. That's why they're doing it, I think.
Oh, for sure. It's
Yeah.
because everybody's hearing about, Galaxy S6 has the best camera on a smartphone of
LG
2015.
G4 has a great camera, and then people,
Apple-
this is Apple's way to combatant that, but,
It's smart.
yeah.
They're very, very good at their marketing. I'd love to work in their marketing department.
At
That'd be
least they're
awesome.
not like Samsung's attack ads.
At least they're not.
Selfie sticks. Look at them hiding, like, being like sardines in a can. God,
did they
that
say
makes me
that?
so. Yeah, he said that. He said that in the like recently. He's like squeezing together like sardines or something like that.
Oh, God. I would never buy a Galaxy.
Yeah,
Actually,
I know,
Honestly,
so-
though, if I did get an Android, I'd probably get a Galaxy S6. I hate to say it.
I hate Samsung
I mean, I hate them more.
phones.
I
hate
really
Samsung
don't hate.
phones.
I really dislike Samsung in general. Really, just everything I don't like
They're
that
just
much.
They're just greedy and annoying.
They're bullies. They're like the bullies,
bullies.
of the cell phone.
Yeah, they're
companies.
bullies of the cell phone companies.
Apple's just trying to defend themselves.
And I went on an exploration if I was to get an Android phone, and I came to the conclusion that there was always something wrong with the other ones, except for the Samsung Galaxy S6 and the iPhone. So obviously, I would have to stick with iPhone.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, because the LG G4's speaker was bad, HTC's camera was bad. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it in the world of tech news.
That's all, folks.
Yep.
So if you guys enjoyed listening to this, as always, feel free to leave us a review or a rating on iTunes. If you have 5 seconds, just head over to the link in the show notes or description below. It's actually on the podcast page that you actually use to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes if you did that in the first place. So then you just leave a rating 1 to 5 stars. Or if you really think something's great about the podcast, you're more than welcome to write about it. If you think something's awful, you hate us talking about gaming, you hate us talking about tech,
Yeah.
let us know. What can we do to make this podcast better? Because we're here for you guys. We want to bring you the best
What do you want to
information.
hear us talk about?
Yeah, in audio form. So let us know, guys. And we really would appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
As always, Jake, it was a pleasure having you on the show. And I appreciate you taking the time out of your extremely busy schedule to come and join me.
Hopefully, I will make it more busy soon
Why?
with stuff for my channel
Oh, yeah, hopefully.
over at Veli.
Veli
Please
Productions.
subscribe.
Is it youtube.com
Like,
/
comment.
Jenga?
Janganga Productions.
No, 007.
Oh, sorry, 007. Gosh, even farther back
I know your
than
own
that.
channel URL.
Gosh. I wish you could change that. YouTube, fix it.
Yeah, you can only change your channel URL one time. That's all
Wait,
they let
what?
you do. You can only change your channel URL one time.
I haven't changed it. How do I change it?
Or, I guess I considered when you set up the YouTube channel.
Huh?
When you set up the YouTube channel for the first time, they let you pick a username. Like,
Oh,
your-
see, I did it way farther in 2009, so
You're-
that wasn't even a thing yet.
yeah, your original URL is a bunch of letters and numbers, and it's like, here, make it personalized to this, and you
My-
only get one chance.
I joined YouTube when they still had like the box layout thing with like the red. Oh God, that was awful when I think about it. I had like a red boxes like.
It's bad.
It was really bad when you think about it.
YouTube's come a long way.
Yeah, it
It
has.
has.
I guess that was before. When did Google buy YouTube?
I feel like quickly. Like
yeah,
right
I
off the
feel
bat.
too like that.
Probably 2007, 2008. That was a smart decision.
Yeah.
Such a smart decision. Alrighty, guys. As we stare at the ocean, I think we're gonna say our farewells
To you and here,
to you and
basically.
Gulf Shores. Well, hope you guys enjoyed listening once again. Thanks for joining me, Jake, and I'll catch you later.
See you later when we get home, Sam.
Yeah. Bye.